perhaps this helps. If stores could be compared to what you call God, or what some people on your planet call God, can create absolutely everything, and you are an aspect of that, then you can create absolutely everything. And you do, even though you're pretending not to be consciously aware of that. So you're doing that, but you're doing it from a different point of view. You're doing it from a different angle. You're doing it from a place where you're not consciously aware of the fact that that's what you're doing, which is a really exciting, very specific type of journey. But you're remembering right now where you are in your creation, you're in your evolution, your spiritual evolution, you're remembering that this is what you're doing. And that's what's being referred to as awakening. This doesn't mean all challenges will suddenly disappear. There will still be challenges, but you will find more ease and more creativity and more playfulness in your ability to respond to these ideas, since you'll be more consciously aware of the fact that you are co-creating these circumstances. You'll be more willing to own them, and that will then help you to transform them, and that then may shift you to a version of earth. And this is perhaps a soothing side to some of you that may still be concerned about your state of being right now as a human race. That will then shift you to a version of earth that also already exists, that is on a higher vibrational wavelength, where there is peace on the whole planet, and people are all consciously aware of their own creatorship and create from that awareness together and in harmony, supporting each other, exploring together, celebrating together. And if that makes you feel enthusiastic right now, then you remember that version of earth. And when you remember that version of earth, what you're actually doing is making a direct connection to your soul, to which there is no time-space reality barrier or illusion of separation between this version of earth and that one. And that's why you right here, right now, can feel enthusiastic about it, even though your rational mind is telling you, yeah, but you're not on there yet. You see? But if you can feel that you're on there now, you are bringing it in. Linearly speaking, it's already here. You're allowing it through, but linearly speaking, you're bringing it in. It's all happening simultaneously. Did this make any sense?
Yes, yes, yes.
All right. Thank you,
Yes.
thank you, thank you.
And so that's very exciting. So this idea of this dream we're living and awakening to and in, and this idea that concurrently there's also a planet that is full of peace that we could tap into. So that would beg me to wonder about us. We have these simultaneous parallel lives.
Yes.
And we're living in at least some of them, I hope, at least some of them, that there is joy and happiness and confidence and direction and fulfillment and power. And it's very satisfying. So let's say that people are out here listening to you right now and they're saying, meh, this life so far, maybe just right now, it's difficult for whatever reason. And I'm tired of suffering, and I'm tired of the density. I would like it to tap into those lives where there is all this ease and joy and creation. And I'm very aware of my power and how to use it and to create like this. Can we utilize this concurrent lifetime and call that in order to start being more of that, being all of it, and living from there?
Absolutely. And just asking yourself this question brings you energetically closer to those versions of you. So, if you will, for anybody listening in, you all have a spectrum, you could say, in front of you of versions of you. And we mean you, the individual that you've chosen to be in this incarnation. There are versions of you, which you already know, that are very grumpy and that don't want to get out of bed and that feel like nothing has any sense, and so on, or any purpose, and they feel perhaps a little aimlessly drifting at sea, or whatever metaphor you can choose to come up with. There's those versions of you because you've lived them. You know the energy vibration of them. You know that this is as a color on your palette available for you to paint your picture of life with, artistically speaking. And then there are versions of you that you have also already experienced, that fall in love, that are excited, that are curious, that are playful, that are joyfully singing, riding their bicycle, you name it, whatever works for you, whatever picture you have with that. All these versions of you exist, and these you have already experienced. Now, within the same spectrum and beyond, there are versions of you that are sad beyond what you have lived through. There are versions of you that are ecstatic beyond what you have lived so far, in what you understand to be the future. The moment you begin to ponder the directional, you could say, availability that is in front of you, all the colors that are on your palette, you begin to energetically cross-connect with these options and bring them closer to you. Mm-hmm. So if it is your desire to embody a strong, confident, happy, and healthy version of you in the future, quote unquote, then imagine aspects of that version of you, write them down, or do something else in the physical so that you begin to ground that version into the here and now moment of your conscious awareness. What type of jokes would that person make? What type of things would they do to relax? What type of things would they gift to themselves? Already having such and such a salary, for instance, or having been gifted this and that, or having accomplished such and such in their lives. Imagine it. Allow your imagination to run freely. Bring that into the here and now in one way or another that feels accessible to you. You can write it down. You can make a drawing about it. You can make an art piece. You can sing a song. You can make a dance if you wish. Play with this in whatever way feels possible to you. Because as you do that, you ground it into physicality. You begin to embody it into the here and now, not just pondering it. That is the beginning. That is planting the seed. That is beginning to initiate the energetic overlap. But really embodying it, pulling it into the here and now, allowing it to crystallize through you by doing something physically related to that idea that you have allowed in through your individual and unique inspiration, the portal of your imagination. And then step into that role and allow yourself to play it whenever that feels in the flow, and see what happens. Get to know him or get to know her, or that version of you that you understand to be that happy, joyful, satisfied future you, inspired, driven, enthusiastic, and so forth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And I want to check in with the audience and just let them know, because I'd love the audience to check in with us, even if it's through comments, that my energy is huge right now. And it's been building. And I'm very aware of where we started, it was very deep and relaxed and this beautiful puddled, that's still present, but this tremendous, I actually almost have to contain this energy, again, be aware of it and acknowledge it and say, wow, you are huge. And I could almost fly right now. You're so big, but thank you. And I still choose to be here. This is, I don't know, it's just fascinating to me that the deeper we connect, what changes are occurring. And
you are, in a sense, like we said before, you were closer to your source, your core essence, and now even closer to that. That's what you're feeling.
Wow.
More of your true essence, your natural self, as you are allowing yourself with your unique imagination while you are listening to us to fill in the blanks, to fill in what you would imagine for yourself. You're cross-connecting energetically just by imagining what that would look like for you. You're cross-connecting to those versions of you and allowing them to get closer to you. You're beginning to embody them just by thinking of them to some degree already. That's what you're feeling.
That is awesome, because this is way more the indigenous me and this very tired me that needs a lot of sleep that I've been feeling has been curious, because that is not what I've experienced most of my life. I haven't felt this, honestly, I haven't felt this kind of energy in probably a couple of years. So this is...
Congratulations.
Yeah,
welcome home is what we would say.
Yes, feels like home for sure.
Welcome home.